Hello everyone and welcome back. This is game number 2 of the Losers Round 3 series between Scrambles and Belle, aka Pastel. This time Belle chose the map and it is Hokuriku Crossing. It's a great skirmish map as would be expected from a player like Belle, and she seems to know that as she brought 4 bow samurai and a couple bow cavalry as well. Sort of interesting formation to start out. Maybe a little bit cocky here, but we will see if she can back it up with some solid play here. Looking on Scramble's side, he's looking at a Naginata sort of core. Rank 6, going a very experienced army. Bow warrior monks as well. 2 of them with some Naginata samurai and Naginata monks. A great guard of bow cavalry, Kisho ninja, matchlock Ashigaru. A very small army from what we can see now. I may have stuff hidden in the trees, but Belle's army is much more numerous here. And with so many bows, actually works a little bit in Scramble's favor as he has a lot of Naginata samurai with that high armor. But that's a lot of bows and one matchlock, a matchlock samurai. Don't normally see too many matchlocks from Belle, but she's bringing one for this battle. Also got some Nodachis up in the front. Yari Ashigaru, in fact a very small melee component. A couple Yari Ashigaru and a couple Nodachis. And that's pretty much it. The rest are going to be bows and cavalry. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Bow cavalry coming up for Belle in very classic style. Looks like she's going after the bow. Oh, the matchlock Ashigaru taking some hits. Bow monks are taking some as well. Looks like that's she's targeting right now. Good idea to target the ranged units with the cavalry, because if she takes out those ranged units, she'll be free to just skirmish away at the small, experienced force and force Scrambles into attack. That, knowing his attack on the first one, Belle might be feeling pretty confident in a defensive battle here. So I think that's a good idea by Belle to be attacking these ranged units to force Scrambles into a melee fight that maybe he'll panic a little bit and sort of get disorganized like in the first battle. We'll have to see. Matchlocks are up in front and been taking quite a few casualties. So have the bow cavalry. Belle's cavalry in good shape. She's taken 2 casualties. Her micro on these bow cavalry is really good. We'll just kind of put the camera here so we can watch her micro, because it really is quite good. The way she pulls them back and forth and gets those shots off while retreating, and the bows usually don't do too much damage like that. That one only killed 1 from a bow warrior monk, no less. That one didn't kill any. Some mortar coming in. This might kill a few. Yeah, that killed about 5, 6 going down, sitting at 53 men right now. This one's at 58. And Belle's going to be pushing her skirmish advantage early in this one. Great idea, of course. Bow cavalry for Scrambles is at 49. Looks like he has just the 1. You know, I wonder if he has any cavalry here. I'm not sure about this build. I'm really skeptical about this, because where is the shock factor here? These 2 Naginata monks are really it. 5 melee units. That's it. 2 bows. Looks like he's counting on his bows to do a lot of damage, but I think he's really putting too much on them. As they just, with 2 bow monks, it's one of those things where you really have to decide where the core of your army is going to be and what's going to win the battle for you. I mean, what's going to win the battle with this setup? Is it just the bow monks? Because that's really about it that he has. And Belle, interestingly, going into just running into the melee on this match like Ashigaru, down to 74 men. Bow cavalry getting off a pretty decent charge. Oh, that guy just got sniped. Ouch. That's gotta hurt. Down to 65 men now. We see some smoke rising. Well, it must be from the matchlocks or something. Ooh, there goes routed the Great Guard. Good job there by Belle to just tie that unit down. That was pretty much it, I believe, for the cavalry of Scrambles. Has 1 Kisho ninja over here, which looks like that's going to get seen very easily and taken out. Bows at a really bad angle, but managed to kill a couple in that volley there. Nodachis. Oh, if they get this downhill charge off, this is going to be a good angle for the bombs. Not really. Killed about 10 men, 12 men on that bomb volley. And the Kisho ninjas are wavering, and looks like they will be running. Managed to regain their composure. Should definitely try and get across the river here for another bomb volley, but nope, going into melee. Nodachi's not going to get a good charge off, but they will clean that up fairly easily. Checking back over here. Belle throwing some cavalry just into the melee. Must be going after the bows, seeing as that's really the only thing that can win the battle for Scrambles right now, is those ranged units. I think Belle's confident about winning a melee battle here. against these Naginatas. That's probably why she's sending this Great Guard and Yari Cavalry in right away. Great Guard must have been a distraction because the Yari Cavalry is going to hit the Bow Warrior Monks. Nice charge there right in the middle. They're down to 50 men right now. Maybe not as good as it could have been, but doing the job nicely, down to 42 men now. Throwing the cavalry away fairly early. Bow cavalry coming in as well. A lot of early cavalry action. We're not sure if this melee line for Belle is going to be able to hold up their end of the bargain and just win this battle. I mean, these Naginatas are rank 6. That's pretty hard to deal with, especially these Naginata monks as well. So I wouldn't be throwing away all my cavalry here if I was Belle. I should be really careful. But she does still have these matchlocks as well. Some Yari Ashigaru, which, I mean, Yari Ashigaru is probably who we're going to throw away right now, as there's no cavalry to really threaten them. In fact, there literally isn't any cavalry, as the bow cavalry and the Great Guard have been scared off. There's the general, of course, but not quite as powerful as they are in the Avatar campaign with like a melee general. Belle's Great Guard is gone. Ooh. Matchlocks can get a shot off. Not a bad angle, but still not going to kill very many. This Naginata Samurai still sitting at 107 men, so not a big deal. Take a look at his melee line real quick. Naginata's down to 106 there, 110 there, so still in pretty decent shape. But they have taken some casualties, and that's kind of what's really matter. Nodachis get a big charge off, and now we might see Belle start really skirmishing with these bow samurai after the bow cavalry have done their job. Maybe some skirmishing with the matchlocks as well, as they seem to be along the front line here for Belle. And Scrambles taking a pretty strong position up here on the hill, but with these trees in the way, and in fact, from where the bows are right now, it's not a very good angle of fire, as you can see. They can't even see the people they're firing at, so it's not a great angle, to be honest. It seems like a strong defensive position, and it is if you can get a downhill charge, but the bows aren't going to be able to do much, so he's going to be depending almost entirely on his infantry to win this battle, which I wouldn't be comfortable with if it were me. Nodachi's trying to go for the general. The general gets off a nice charge there and might be able to break them. But uh-oh, that might have been a diversion because Belle's light cavalry is coming in for the general as well, but not going to make it in time, and the Nodachis are going to get shattered. And Belle pulls off her light cavalry wisely, I believe, as the Naginata monk was going in straight for them. But she's going to have a chance to isolate this Naginata samurai who's under fire from bows, and just completely isolated. The Yari Ashigaru are coming in to hold down. I'd definitely be turning these light cavalry around to get a charge from the rear off, or maybe just trying to get a shot from the matchlocks. Matchlocks have popped their rapid reload and are trying to mow down these Naginatas before the Yari Ashigaru break, or at least until they get to the matchlock lines. Both buildings have been captured. That's also something I should talk about. The Belle has the workshop, and once again, Scrambles has the farmhouse. So the buildings are definitely working in Belle's favor on this map. Oh, these matchlocks are just punishing this Naginata samurai. Yari Ashigaru wavering at 73 men. The Naginata samurai are at 54, just getting torn apart by these matchlocks. We have actually a really good angle of fire with the Yari Ashigaru being on the sides and the Naginata samurai exposed in the middle. Now at 44 men, the Naginata samurai, or the matchlock samurai, could win in melee here, as they have pretty decent melee stats. Oh, big fire attack coming into the Naginata monks. Maybe not killing as many as she wanted to, but they're down to 110 right now. The bow monks are sitting at 24. If she can take out the bows here, should be basically free to skirmish at her leisure. I mean, Scrambles just getting torn apart by this early action. We haven't seen a real melee battle engage yet. Just all been skirmishing in early action. This bow warrior monk is a 41. This one over here is sitting at 23. So Belle has a huge advantage in the skirmish department. It's not looking good for Scrambles right now. He's actually getting surrounded too. As you can see, the matchlocks are over here and are now going to start shooting as well into this bow monk, sitting at 31 men now. Naginata samurai going to try and maybe hold that down. The matchlock's going to have a great shot into this Naginata samurai if she can get her to order into that field of fire. We'll see what she does here. Will they reload in time with the drama? I can't take the suspense. And no, they're not going to get a volley off before the Naginata samurai hit them. Maybe the Yari Ashigaru will clean up now. They're going to have to. A cavalry unit's running around as well. Light cavalry maybe trying to get in and hit the general, and it looks like they're going for the general. Big charge from light cavalry. I've seen light cavalry single-handedly take out generals in a single charge. They have a really great... Oh my goodness. Down to 8 men. A huge charge from that light cavalry is going to seal the deal in this battle if you can get the general off the field here. As for infantry is going to be coming up as well. The general is coming up. The Nodachis are coming up. The general is off the field. No, actually he's not. At 4 men, but he had to pull out because he's wavering. And there's just not much left for Scrambles. Really great early action, just securing that victory before the infantry lines meet. That's Belle's signature style. Rally's been popped though. At 4 men, the general is in danger over there. Naginata monks are going to win here, it seems, but the Yari Ashigaru and maybe a Nodachi are going to pincer them. And Scrambles, again, it's very spread out. And Belle did a good job, just like in the last battle, of breaking this army up into chunks and taking them one by one. The general for Belle is going in to stand a fight right next to the infantry battle. We'll see if she can get an infantry unit up there, because I wouldn't want my general sitting here exposed. She has not a Nodachi there, going to be supported by Yari Ashigaru. And the bows, of course, are just shooting away at these Naginatas. Just managed to pull out these matchlocks as well, so we'll see if they can get a good shot. And actually, Belle's attack is starting to crumble here. It wasn't a very strong infantry component, and it's being broken one by one by these elite Naginata units. We'll see if they can hold out long enough. These Naginata samurai are doing a great job of taking these arrows, still at 102 men. So Scrambles is in actually a pretty strong position, and maybe a stronger army than I gave it credit for at the beginning. But it looks like this is going to be the end for this general at 3 men and wavering, and that would be huge if the general died right now. Now, I think if I were Belle, I'd take my general and put them on their horses and try and get some charges off into the rear. The general here for Scrambles running into bows, try and hold them down. It's any sort of last-ditch effort. Nodachis versus monks, 87 versus 20. There they go. Belle wins there. Wavering on Scrambles' line. It looks like Belle's going to take this series 2-0. This is Scrambles' last gasp, as he'll be out of the tournament if he loses this game right here. Wavering here on the Naginata monks at 27 men. This Naginata samurai still at 87. Yari Ashigaru were shaken and tired along with the Nodachis. But mass wavering now. 2 units left. And this will be Belle's ticket on to the next round. She can rout these 2 units. There goes 1 and 2. Belle takes the series 2-0. See you back on the main menu. There you have it. Belle is taking the series 2-0, moving on to the loser bracket. Scrambles is out. It's actually, it ended up being a stronger army than I gave it credit for. Maybe knowing he was going up against someone like Belle, who likes the skirmishing and missile units, bringing that Naginata core is maybe a pretty good idea, actually. And as we saw, Belle's attack was more bark than bite there when the infantry battle started. It didn't just clean up as maybe it should have. And actually, Scrambles gave him a pretty good run for her money there. But in the end, it ended up being Belle. We could have maybe kept her cavalry back a little longer. I think that's my one big criticism of how Belle did it. Should have definitely just conserved her cavalry and moved in for a big infantry engagement. It's sort of, textbook attack, but in the end, she did end up being the winner. 2-0, takes the sweep, and moving on. I'll see you all in the next match. Thanks for watching.